I never imagined one little smile could completely wreck me. But that night it did. My name is Ethan Harper, and for years I was absolutely certain my marriage was rock solid. My wife Lauren has always been the kindest, most big-hearted person I know. The type who walks into a room and somehow makes everything feel calmer and warmer just by showing up. But the past few months something shifted. She started feeling a million miles away. Like her mind was somewhere I couldn't reach and I'd become the background music she barely noticed anymore. I kept telling myself it was fine. Every couple hits rough patches, right? That's what I repeated when she stopped slipping her hand into mine. That's what I said to myself when she started rolling in late with half-hearted excuses about work running long. I refused to turn into that suspicious, clingy husband. I didn't want to hover. I didn't want to be the guy I'd lose respect for. So I swallowed it all. Until the night the truth slapped me across the face. It was my best buddy Mason's birthday, and he dragged us all to this chill little lounge downtown. Low lights, smooth music, friends laughing over cocktails. The kind of spot where drama isn't supposed to happen. Lauren and I walked in together, but the second we reached the group, she floated off like sitting next to me was just another box she'd already checked for the night. I tried to brush it off. She'd been stressed. Marriages have seasons. I fed myself every excuse in the book. Everything except the one that was screaming in the back of my head. Then I saw it. That smile. Not for me, for some guy I'd never laid eyes on before. He was leaning against the bar, tall, easy confidence like he owned every room he walked into. Lauren looked up at him with this softness I hadn't seen aimed at me in forever. Her whole face lit up in a way that punched the air out of my lungs. She did that little thing where she tucks her hair behind her ear. The exact move she used to do when she wanted me to really see her. And he saw her. They talked. She laughed that real, carefree laugh I hadn't heard in months. Like she'd found something she thought was gone forever. Something she clearly wasn't finding with me anymore. Every second drilled deeper into my chest until it felt like my ribs were caving in. I gripped my glass, forced my breathing to stay even, told myself not to stare. But you can't unsee something like that. Mason noticed, put a hand on my shoulder, and asked if I was all right. I just nodded. What was I supposed to do? Stand up and announce to everyone that my wife was glowing for some random dude while I sat there invisible? I lasted maybe another 5 minutes before something inside me snapped. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it. My throat closed up. I stood up without a word, didn't care if I looked crazy, didn't care what anyone thought. I just needed air that didn't smell like her perfume mixed with betrayal. I headed for the exit. Every step heavier, eyes burning, the whole room sounding far away and underwater. All I could think was how blind I'd been, how tightly I'd clung to a version of us that only lived in my head anymore. My hand hit the cold door handle. And then I heard her. "Ethan, wait, please." Her voice cracked, frantic. Heels clicking fast across the floor. Half the lounge went quiet. Heads turned. Even the guy at the bar looked lost. I stopped, closed my eyes for a second, then turned around. She was right there. Cheeks red, shaking, breathing like she'd sprinted across the city. For the first time in months, I was the only person she was looking at. But it felt way too late. I kept my voice low. "Go back to your new friend." Her eyes instantly filled. "No, please don't leave like this. You don't understand." A bitter laugh almost escaped. "Oh, I understand just fine." "No, you don't," she said, voice trembling. "Because if you did, you wouldn't be walking away." "Then make me understand." I shot back. "Explain why you can light up like that for some stranger and look straight through me like I'm nothing." She swallowed hard, hands shaking as she pressed them together. Then she glanced back at the guy, who still hadn't moved, just stood there looking awkwardly out of place. She took a shaky breath and said the words that made the whole room freeze. "He's not a stranger, Ethan. He's the reason I've been pulling away, and the reason I haven't known how to tell you the truth." My whole body went still. I couldn't even speak, just stared, waiting for the hammer to fall. She looked back at the guy one more time, then turned to me, voice barely above a whisper. "He's my brother." I blinked. "What?" "My brother," she repeated, tears spilling over. "Ethan, that's Connor, my half-brother. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. The floor felt like it dropped out from under me. Not relief yet, just my brain trying to reboot. I glanced back at the guy again. Now that the panic was fading, yeah, Same eyes, same nose. How did I miss that? Memories trickled back. She'd mentioned him once years ago. Messy family stuff, a stepdad who caused problems, a sibling she lost touch with. She shut the conversation down fast and I never pushed. But why didn't you tell me he was here tonight? I asked. She let out a shaky breath. Because I didn't know he was coming. He showed up at my office yesterday out of the blue. And everything's been so tense between us lately. I was scared to dump all this old family baggage on you when you already felt me slipping away. A tired, broken laugh slipped out of me. So keeping it secret helped. How exactly? It didn't, she whispered. It made everything worse. I know. I'm so sorry. Her shoulders dropped and she stepped closer, looking smaller than I'd ever seen her. Ethan, I haven't been distant because I stopped loving you. I've been trying to figure out how to let someone back into my life who disappeared years ago. And I didn't know how to do that without dragging you into the mess. You didn't hurt me because of him, I said quietly. You hurt me because I felt invisible. Tears rolled down her face. I know. That's on me. When things get heavy, I shut down. I stop talking. I push away the people I love most. I'm sorry. The noise of the lounge faded out. People were still watching, but it didn't matter anymore. I looked at her, really looked. The trembling lips, the wet eyes, the raw fear she wasn't hiding. I thought you were done with me, I admitted. Her face crumpled. No, she said fiercely. Never. I've just been scared and lost. Connor showing up ripped everything open, old guilt, old wounds. I didn't want to load that onto you, so I tried to carry it alone. And ended up pushing away the one person I needed most. Her voice broke. When I saw you heading for the door, it hit me. I've been so busy protecting you from my past that I almost destroyed our present. Losing you suddenly felt more real than anything I've faced in years. She reached out, fingers hovering over mine. Please don't walk away because of a smile you misunderstood. Only walk away if you truly believe I don't love you anymore. But if there's even a tiny piece of what we had left in you, stay. Talk to me. Let me fix this. My chest ached looking at her, the fear, the love, all of it right there on the surface. I don't want to lose you, she whispered. Not now. Not ever. Silence hung between us for a long moment. Then I finally spoke. I'm not leaving, I said. But we can't keep doing this, half conversations, silent resentment. Things have to change. She nodded fast, tears still falling. I know. I'm ready. Whatever it takes. I let out a breath I felt like I'd been holding for months and reached for her hand. Her fingers locked around mine instantly, tight, warm, scared but full of hope. Across the room, Connor gave a small, respectful nod, like he was promising he was only here to mend old bridges, not burn new ones. And for the first time in forever, something shifted inside me. Not anger. Not doubt. Just the quiet, fragile possibility that maybe love doesn't always fall apart in the silence. Sometimes it finds its way back together there too.